All right. Coalition and power play against 2027. But let us be sincere and be honest with ourselves. Who are the people calling and shouting for this 2027? They are the Fulanis, jihadis. Sule Lamido from Adamawa, Rufai from Zaria, Atiku from Adamawa, all their Fulanis, and their brother Buhari just left, not up to 2.5 years. And look at how he destroyed this country through terrorism and the destruction of our total economy with so much indebtedness that he put this country in. Please let Peter Obi know that Nigerians are watching him keenly. If Peter Obi go into any arrangement with anybody, Nigerians are watching. He might be shocked with the reaction of Nigeria. Does Peter Obi need coalition? The answer is no. What we need is actually free and fair election reform in the INEC. That we know that the election that people vote will count. Nigeria has become wiser. We know who to vote. We know who will protect the interests of Nigerians. So what we should be talking about now, we should be shouting about reform and reforming INEC, not the coalition. Look at the characters that I've been talking about coalition. The people that have destroyed this country since 1999 are the one we should be serious with. What is wrong with us as a people? Amechi, Areogboshola, David Mark, Atiku. Look at them and look at their lineup. Please, Peter Obi should be careful with people he's relating with. The coalition they are talking about, Nigerians know what they want. I think all what we need to be discussing now is no coalition, it's INEC reform. And you see, the northern power players, they know what to do. They know it is not their turn. So they are not even interested in INEC reform because they know that without INEC reform, Tinubu will continue to become the president until 2031. And they are not interested in INEC reform. All of these things are distraction. And it is actually a power play of the northern jihadis. Most of the coalition is distraction and power play. Anybody that is interested in free and fair election in 2027 should be putting their energy in INEC reform. And if Peter Obi signed 4 years with anybody, we will shock him in 2027. And let the obedient movement, if there's any obedient movement at all, we're supposed to be shouting about reforms, organizing and mobilizing protests on reform, not shouting 2027 on the social media.
Tinubu is not the problem of the North. Tinubu is not the problem of the North. We have ruled Nigeria for 40 good years, nothing to show. If Northerners could rule Nigeria for 40 years, and yet they are complaining of bad governance, they are complaining of illiteracy, they are complaining of poverty, what do they expect from other regions?
What Buhari did in 8 years was also as bad as this. Did you see any Northerner condemn him? Let's be realistic. We are talking politics. We are not talking about governance.
But
it is only when you are listen. It's only when you are talking governance that you are talking. Then you can now delve into economy, health, education, and all that. But this is strictly politics we are addressing now. Shetima came out to show that all is not well with him, and is ready to spoil for a fight. He was just dropping that message yesterday, and it was a deliberate message he dropped because he knew that the game was almost up with him since about 3 weeks ago, when it was touted that. And as a matter of fact, even if he goes beyond this, Tinubu will drop him.
You think so?
I know so.
I don't want to discuss North and South, but if that is what you want us to educate Nigerians on, by 2027, the South could have ruled this country for 18.5 years, while the North had only 9.5 years. 8 years of Buhari, 1.5 years of Jonathan, which means automatically you could revert to the North so that they make up for the deficit. But I believe in who has delivered. Who has delivered on his promises to Nigerians? Has that man occupying that seat has ameliorated the condition of the people? What have they done to Nigerians? Are we practicing monarchy? I thought it's democracy. That's why I don't want to talk about North and South. What I want to talk about is who has delivered on the dividends of democracy to Nigerians. And if President Tinubu delivers very well, and Sheyi would be the best person with the capacity to succeed him, for me, I have no problem. But what the people feel now in their body will determine the way they vote in 2027. There is a big vacancy. In fact, there is nobody occupying that seat in 2070, according to the Nigerian constitution.
Welcome back to Local Journal, my people. We've listened to what Buba Galadima is saying, and according to him, leadership in Nigeria should never be based on zoning, ethnicity, or emotion. Instead, it should be rooted in what a leader is able to deliver, provided the leader is competent and visionary. That is what Nigeria needs. It goes further to confront a long-standing illusion that a not prolonged hold on power has somehow benefited its people. In truth, the region still battles poverty, insecurity, and underdevelopment despite producing more presidents than any other region. He made a provocative point that if President Tinubu performs very well in his first tenure, then there should be no reason why he shouldn't contest again, even if he's going to make Sheyi Tinubu his own deputy or he's going to run alongside him. And that what should matter is not his family ties, but national impact. For him, if the policies are sound, the economy is growing and Nigerians are thriving, it doesn't really matter whoever is going to run with. Before we continue, if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
So we will continue to fight for justice. We will continue to fight for the ordinary people. We will continue to fight for Nigeria until we drop dead.
So talking about infiltrating or trying to infiltrate the opposition party, that's basically giving Nigerians that option that they don't have an alternative. Now, do you think your
party...
They will
always have an alternative.
Of course, they will have an alternative.
Always.
But let's take a look at what just happened in Ghana, where you have the opposition party, NDC. John Mahama just won. Is your party inspired or will be inspired by what has happened in Ghana?
It's not whether my party is inspired or not. I'm extremely happy that through the ballot box, Africans can change government. That is a good whatever. But in this country, all of us must stand up to ensure that that happens in our life and in our country. And that is not for politicians alone. All of you people must join hands with the politicians to make sure that our country delivers on democracy. We are not being ruled by monarchy.
Great. Your principal, Rabiu Musa Kwankwanso, is rumored to be interested in running again. He's from the north. Can you confirm to us that he'll be running in 2027? He's
a Nigerian, not from the north. From the north, but a Nigerian.
Will he be contesting in 2027?
The Constitution has given him the right to contest if the period is there. So Kwankwaso, as one of the Nigerians, is looking, and if he feels that he's strong enough, he's got enough support, he will run.
Okay.
What stops him?
Before we let you go, you did mention the tax debate earlier, as we started this conversation. Very quickly, why do you think that the tax bills or tax reform bills by President Bola Tinubu was so much vehemently opposed by the northern region, particularly by Mr. Galadima?
And that's why, look, I don't want it to call the north by Nigeria.
By Nigerians. But it was not all Nigerians that were rejecting the bills.
Who supports it?
A lot of people support it.
Who?
Well, maybe not a lot, but the business community did not oppose it. Well, we did not hear them oppose it.
It is not about them.
We did not hear governors from the south.
The business community don't lose anything. And it's not the whole bill that is bad. But the major issues in that bill are anti-people. Because once you increase VAT by 1%, the cost of things will skyrocket. And it is the ordinary man who has no capacity to even feed himself that will suffer more. The businessman, each time you add whatever, he will also add it on his goods. So he doesn't need to complain. But what pains me is that some Nigerians, that even though it hurts them, they will say, yes, we support the president because Mr. A is the one that is opposing it. We are a country. We should talk for the good of everybody. Not because Mr. A is opposed to something, I have to oppose, I have to like it, or I have to oppose it. That's not how to build a nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the uncomfortable truth. Both the North and the South have played the ethnic card far too long. Galadima is right to call out Southern supporters who share every Tinubu's policy simply because he's one of theirs, even when those policies are not okay. And according to him, this kind of blind loyalty is dangerous. It weakens accountability and encourages mediocrity. However, the North too cannot claim moral high ground. It cannot oppose Tinubu's 2027 ambition simply because of zoning or regional entitlement. So if performance is the new standard, then it must apply to everyone equally. For a region that has produced multiple presidents with little to show in terms of grassroots development, the time for self-reflection is long overdue. Nigeria is at a crossroad. We can either continue the cycle of supporting leaders based on where they come from, or we can grow up as democracy and support leaders based on what they actually deliver. If a leader is competent, then he deserves support. If not, he should be voted out regardless of his religion, tribe, or lineage. For me, I think this is just Galadima trying to gaslight the South. Fair enough, if the North wants to present their candidate, which seems to be Atiku, he should come to the ballot. But one thing for me is certain, the South must complete its 2 terms. During Buhari's regime, nobody talked about this. The South never came up with all this gaslighting. So why is the North feeling so agitated? Nigeria is not just for the North alone, it's for everybody. And the North does not have the moral compass to tell Nigerians or tell the South what to do.